Hey guys, welcome to the video tutorial for using MyBit Go to invest in the machine economy. MyBit Go provides a secure, fast and cheap way of accumulating ownership stakes in revenue generating machine assets without banks, lawyers or third parties. It does require a MetaMask extension for your browser. This is available at metamask.io and it will allow you to interact with MyBit Go. To connect with MetaMask, just head up here to the top right and click connect, and you'll then be connected with machine assets through the Ethereum blockchain and the funds you have on that respective Ethereum address. So now we have the ability to browse the various options here in the machine asset economy that we have listed. Here, for example, we have a Bitcoin ATM that's scheduled to be installed in Portugal should the funding goal be reached. We have a breakdown here of all the asset details. This is information that comes direct from the manufacturer and IoT partner who is responsible for sending the asset to the asset manager once the funding goal is completed. The asset manager is a role filled by anybody who goes through the process of becoming an asset manager and listing assets. There's a separate video with more information about how to do this, and it allows for more employment opportunities to become available as the machine economy advances. But at the point where the machine economy does become fully autonomous, this system will no longer be a part of the MyBit Go network, as it will no longer be necessary. But for now, the breakdown of their role starts with this Ethereum address. Now, this Ethereum address is responsible for distributing all the revenue produced by the asset. The supporting documents section is where the asset manager will provide documentation of the due diligence they did around the circumstances surrounding the asset. Things like merchant agreements, regulatory approvals, rental agreements, things of that nature that allow for the circumstances around the asset to be completely in order for the asset to be operational. So here we have the total management fee and asset collateral fee. Asset managers compete for investor interest in funds, so they are able to set their own rates and will be directed by basically free market principles in that sense. These fees are both a percentage of the total value of the asset. The total management fee is a return essentially that the asset manager gets for their labor in the economy of overseeing the asset and maintaining it. The asset collateral is a payment they make towards the value of the asset in order to guarantee to some degree an extra incentive for them to maintain the asset effectively. Otherwise, their collateral payment is now in jeopardy. So considering that a particular asset is meeting the standards of a particular investor, they can move here to the investment window. Investment in these assets is supported by Kyber technology, which means that any token supported by Kyber is able to be invested directly into these revenue generating machine assets. In this case, it's denominated in DAI, which is an Ethereum stablecoin representing $1. For this information tutorial, we'll just use one DAI to represent our investment here. We'll just click confirm, and then we'll be able to see here that we get 0.98% of the asset for our payment, including the breakdown of the various fees here. There's a gas fee, which obviously will be far less of an important ratio with a larger investment on the mainnet. So here we go to confirm payment. This is what we'll be able to do by confirming through the MetaMask extension on our browser. This will move funds from our Ethereum address directly to the funding pool for the asset. So that's now confirming on the blockchain as a payment. We'll be able to now go to explore our portfolio, where we'll soon see this percentage increase, as we've already contributed 83.11% to this asset, including the various different assets here. So this is where you'll be able to view the asset and see the realized profit you receive from the asset as it generates revenue in the economy. As you see here, the funding in progress means that the asset is not yet funded, and in which case, if the funding period is not completed before the due date expires, then a smart contract will return the funds you've invested. If it does complete, then the funding will be sent to the IoT partner, who will send the asset to the asset manager and get it set up for them, in which case the asset will then be generating revenue under the guidance of the asset manager, and real-time payments will be made to you here in this realized profit section. So that basically sums up the process, guys. For any more information, check out MyBit.io. That has the main website for MyBit and the MyBit network. MyBit Go has a specific website at go.mybit.io, which really dives into the process a lot more. And then, of course, check out the MyBit DAO, which is where you, as a user of MyBit Go, can influence the direction of the platform, along with all the other tools that are available on the MyBit network. And then, of course, the Reddit threads and Telegram are where a lot of updates and community conversation happens. So thanks, guys, for watching the video, and enjoy. See you later.